Hey, g'day guys, welcome back to our final video of the camper finished. So we actually come down to the bridle track. We got here pretty late last night, so we sort of said, well, we'll film in the morning. So I want to give you a rundown on the camper, and we'll do a bit of other filming around the areas. So we ended up getting everything finished in here. The whole camper's finished pretty well. Got all our cupboards. So we used the table with the cooker last night, and it worked really well. Got the back all finished. We actually picked up these cool little sensor lights, and they turn on as soon as you open up the door. We've got one of them there, and one up there as well. So on the way in last night, we got absolutely smashed with dust. It was so dusty. The whole camper was covered in dust. We sort of gave it a bit of a clean down, but last night it got down to, I think, -3 degrees, which is roughly, I don't know, 19 degrees Fahrenheit. It was really cold, but it did stay pretty warm inside there, so the insulation worked out pretty well. Still a little bit cold, but I think the next thing we're going to be doing is probably investing in some kind of heater, like a diesel heater, just something to take that chill out of the air. And we got our big awning. This is a King's awning, a 2 meter by 3 meter awning. What do you think of the camper, Jack?
Mate, to be honest, you've done an extraordinary job. Together, you and Britt have really just made something that's an absolute masterpiece. Everything from this table is probably my favourite part. The caravan table. That just sets it apart. Like, honestly, the lights in it and everything, it's just next level, mate. And the finish come up great. The roof racks look great. Honestly, I'm jealous. Honestly jealous. Yeah, come together amazing.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked with it. But overall, we're pretty happy with the outcome. It does everything that we want to do. It tows really well. I was actually surprised how well it actually towed. I barely even felt it. I was a bit worried about the weights and all that, the ball weight and the weight on the back, but it's a pretty well balanced weight, especially going on the higher speeds. It just follows you absolutely perfectly. So really happy with that. The only thing really left to do is just to get a few stickers and a few actual little things just to make it look a little bit more personalized. But how do you find it?
Good, comfortable.
Yeah, it's
a bit cold, but
it's really comfortable though. We're glad we got the extra thicker bloody mattress. We're really happy with that. But now, enough of that. We're gonna go exploring around the bridle track because we're right on the river down here. So we're gonna head down there and have a quick look around down there and see all the stuff we can find. So we're just walking down to everyone else, see what they're doing.
Where's your GoPro we bought here? Brick? Well,
it's like metallic.
It is.
There's big ones too, they're everywhere.
I don't know what they are.
I don't know, but how cute is it?
They're very cool.
Emily's got my other one too. What happened to that?
Hello, Paul. Hey.
Like my wood.
Love your wood.
Oh, James.
How cold do you reckon that water is?
Very. Wait.
About -2 degrees.
It's actually not that bad. It's really not that bad at all.
It's a little cold.
Gonna go for a swim.
I'll give you $8.
$8.
$8 to dive
Or
in.
do I have to stay in?
Not that long.
That was good.
Just get most of your body wet.
That was really good.
Just cooking up some lunch. How are you enjoying the camper?
It's so cool in here.
You got the fan on?
Well, it's hot out there. It's like, what, 35 degrees or something?
Well, I wouldn't say 35. Maybe like 28.
Yeah, well, it's still cooler in here.
That fan works pretty good, eh?
Oh, there's the rabbit.
Lucky boy!
That's not hair.
Morning guys, it was the next morning, the last day. We heading home today, but last night it got pretty cold. Even my car. But everything else seemed to last pretty good. But still said lovely in here. It's about -1 degrees. Not too bad. Except it's frozen solid. So just got the camper all packed up. So this is how it looks when it's packed up. So I think once we get back, I think Britt said that we've got a lot of Q&A questions from email and on Instagram for us to answer. So we might do a little sit down and run through some of the questions that you guys have asked. And we'll try to answer it the best we can. Alright guys, well we just got back, unpacked, and secured the camper. This is when we're going to do a bit of our Q&A questions, because we've got quite a few questions that we'll send to Britt. So we're going to try to answer them the best we can to help you guys out. First question.
How long did it take to build?
How long did it take to build? It took about 2.5 months.
On the weekends?
On the week, usually only working on the weekends and sometimes during the week, but mainly on the weekends. About 2.5 months.
Oh, we did get a week off that we got to do. Is there anything else you are going to add?
Anything else going to add? Yes, we want to get a water tank underneath to plumb up to our shower. So we're going to get another an awning shower that sits on this roof rack on this side. That way we can have water on demand.
We want to get our AussieVentures stickers on the side.
Stickers. We also want to get a heater so Britt doesn't freeze. So
I feel the cold a lot.
yeah, for a heater, stickers, a water tank.
Well, the heater's good because then if you get condensation or moisture or anything, you can leave the windows down, the roof hatch open to stop all that from when you're breathing, but then you have the heater to keep warm.
Yeah.
Because it is cold.
Next question.
So next we got asked, what would you have done differently? That's more you.
What we've done differently. Maybe use an aluminium composite walling. Instead of using the ply, we actually use the aluminium to get a nice clean finish on the external. That's probably only out for that part. And maybe actually bought a proper door because that door, it's a really good door, but it was a bit tricky building it.
Especially the angles that it's on.
And trying to seal that up with seals on the inside. That was a little bit tricky. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out.
What was the hardest part of the build?
Hardest part of the build? Oh.
I reckon it'd be the door and maybe even the window cutting.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments. Probably the hardest part. Probably the internal stuff. So not the insulation, but the cladding of the walls for the inside.
Okay.
We had to cut out the windows, and didn't really have any templates to go off. So it's just purely measurements, and that was probably the trickiest. Just cut out around the windows and the doors. So
it's because of the angles.
It goes up real nice. Yeah, the angles.
Yeah. So our next question we got asked was, what is the total size of the camper and how much room inside is there for 2 people?
So the overall length on the outside is 2400 or 2.4 by 1500 or 1.5 and 1200 high. That's on the outside. The inside minus maybe 100 mil off the sides from the wall and insulation, and the length of it is very deep. So pretty much you got picture this, you got a whole queen size mattress in there with an extra 500 mil off your feet, and the height was 1200 mil high. There's absolutely plenty of room for 2 people, and having cupboards and
There's
tables.
actually more than enough room. You could probably like sit comfortably in there, 4 people.
Yeah,
4 adults
you
sat
definitely
comfortably.
Could. If you want 4 people on your bed, each their own. But
No, there's a lot of room. Like you can move around, sit up, and you've got so much room. I can nearly stand in there. So the next question was, we have an issue with too much condensation of a night and morning. What would you recommend to fix it? So that's the same as kind of before. As long as you have a window open, the vent would probably be my favourite thing of it, because you can have it blowing so it sucks in and blows out.
It's
Which
mainly
is
just got to have the air to be able to circulate and not be able to stay in there. You need to be able to suck it out, because as you're breathing out water condensation every time you breathe.
I'm interested in building a camper. Where should I start and what would I need? Design it. Research it.
Research, sketch it, do whatever you can. Look online, go on YouTube. Anything that you can look at to try to find exactly what you want, and then do it again. And to get started, really you only need the basic tools. Like, this is the first big build that we've done, and
Yeah, we haven't done this before, so
the only thing you really need is maybe someone that has a welder to weld up the frame, your basic wood tools if you're using wood, like your circular saws, drills, right angles. It's just your basic tools really what you need. But if you're not too experienced with that stuff, either just to get someone or hire someone with the experience.
and don't go too big too quickly. Just do something that's enough for you, because if you go trying to build something that's too big, you'll end up messing it up somehow and then having to start again anyway.
Yeah.
What is your biggest piece of advice before building one? Planning and research.
I was going to do a quick shout out to all the important people that really helped us out with this build.
So first, to the people at King's Mitre 10, they're the ones that gave us the advice on the materials to use for our build. To our mates Toby, Kyle, Nicole and Jack for helping with the build itself and the wiring side of the build, so the tail lights and everything. A quick shout out to our fan Shane Chase Steele. And lastly, a thank you to all of you guys, the ones who have liked, subscribed and commented on our build videos. We hope you've enjoyed our camper build journey.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys watching, commenting, subscribing. It really helps us out for future projects and future adventures.
And it makes it fun for us,
It does. It makes it really fun.
making our videos and everything. So yeah, it's been good.
Alright guys, thank you very much for watching our build and our adventures. We'll see you guys on the next one.